Oh dear, our intrepid hero has wandered into an awkward room on the internet. Somewhere sandwiched between the granola crunching, give peace a chance, ground feel, connect with the earth crowd, and the I have a knife every 2 weeks, have a new gun every month, mall ninja crowd. And it's all because of my favorite boot that I've ever had, my favorite piece of footwear that I've ever had, bar none, overall. And I'll try to go down a list of things and make my case for that. So I wanted a minimalist boot that could do this. Why? Because I've adapted to it. I spent the last 3 years in minimalist footwear for the most part. My feet have strengthened, and this was the boot for me. I found it last year, just kind of searching around, doing my own research. I was like, I want a true 8-inch upper, kind of like a tactical boot. Not that I'm a tactical guy, but something kind of like that for what I do. And what I do is, as you saw in the intro, get out there in the world. I walk most places that I go very much more often than I drive. And that's just the kind of person I am. I like to walk. And they see a whole lot of wear from martial arts. So let me see if I can illustrate something here. Let me take this shoe off of my right foot here. You can see from practicing spinning heels, this area of your planting foot, which in my case is my right foot, gets wore out. And that's about 6 months of wear on that particular shoe. You can see here, very little wear. You can see that there's wear, but it's very little. If anything, I've got a little bit more wear right here on the heel from dragging it. I don't know what that is. I don't think it's a problem with my gait. I think it's something that I do as part of a martial arts technique. I don't think that's part of my gait. Brain fart. Yeah, I've been mush-mouthed. I've been trying to do this video all day long. Vibram Tarsus slip-resistant outsole. I would say it's a win. It's a cup sole design. It is cemented construction, but it hasn't delaminated in any sort of way. So that is a win. I hate it when your shoes delaminate, especially when you're out relying on them. I have a low volume ankle and a low volume foot. They're a size 12, but what can I say? They're not narrow, they're not thin, it's just a low volume foot and a low volume ankle. These actually get tight enough around my ankle where they will give me ankle support. And before anybody comes in here and writes in the comments from the granola crunching camp of the internet that might be watching this, I know I don't need ankle support, okay? It keeps insects, mud, rocks, scree, cattails, all kinds of things out of your clothes. You're able to better blouse your pants into your socks this way, and it just keeps things out of the boots in general that you don't want in there, which has been a recurring problem in my life. One of the reasons I wanted an 8-inch. There is one more reason, and it's pretty obvious. It's right there on the box, in fact. Yowzas, Jordan. Is that legal? Where I live it is. Check your local laws. But yeah, arm your feet, totally. One really good point about these boots, and I've tried a screen test for this. I couldn't shine a flashlight in there and get anything on camera, but the vamp and the counter cover are lined with leather. So the counter cover would be on the inside of this. Okay, this is your counter. And the cover is what's on inside. If you look into your old boots or your old shoes, you'll notice if they're fabric lined here, they're probably worn out on the heel. The vamp is even lined with leather. From what I could feel, I couldn't quite see that. It feels like the same material that the heel is, and I can tell. The leather overall is pretty good. It has some sort of a pigment on it that rubs off. It's not anywhere near as bad as Nike leather. Speaking of Nike, let's just say that a Nike is a $100 shoe, right? Well, I think this is about a $150 shoe. So for just that little bit more, you're getting a whole lot more real world kind of performance out of your footwear. I really like it. It's a very agile boot. It's light. I think that these, even in a size 12, they're only a little over a pound a piece. And 1 pound on your foot is 15 pounds on your back. I don't know. That's just a stupid saying that I'm just parroting here. I really have no idea physiologically what happens to you when you put weight on your feet like that. Anyhow, laces. The eyelets are very strong. I pull my boots tight, and if they don't have strong eyelets, I'd be the one to report it to you. I mean, I batten those things down. I like a shoe to be nice and tight on my foot. Held up very well. Your wear on them. They dry out amazingly. You get them wet, like you saw me walking in that river. You get them wet, they will dry out pretty quickly, even though they're leather lined on the inside. Let's talk about, I know this is a little bit. These are the inserts that come with them. You can kind of see where my wear is from what I do. And I decided that I was going to replace those. So what did I get? Well, I have another pair of barefoot shoes that I got on Amazon that are like withen, something like that. But they came with a significantly better insole. This is foam, and you can see the indentation of every one of my toes in there. And it's actually shaped like a barefoot shoe, so you can actually get them in there, and they work perfectly. There isn't anything wrong with the old ones. They're just starting to wear out, and I figured I'd cycle them out. And when these ones wear out, I'll put those ones in there. Yeah. So, yeah, absolutely love these boots. The feel of them, to run in them is actually a pretty interesting experience. If you're used to running, I can't imagine anybody used to running in these, because if you run wrong at all, you are going to freaking regret it. You won't be running that way again. If you heel strike in these things, these jungle boots, oh yowza. So yeah, running. I go to the gym and I walk to the gym pretty much every morning. Sometimes I'll drive if it's exceptionally cold and I'm cold down to the bones and I just don't want to layer up and deal with it. But usually I'll walk. And I wanted something that I could go to the gym in, but I could also walk through ditches. Like, this is Oklahoma, dude. We don't believe in sidewalks, and we also don't believe in pedestrians. So I'm constantly dodging traffic, and you get the picture, ending up in rocky, grassy, muddy, watery ditches, and need something good on your feet for that. But when I get to the gym, I don't feel like I need to change shoes, so I don't have to take a whole backpack just so I have an extra pair of shoes in it and this, that, and the other. I can pretty grab and go. I can just put on my fanny pack, put on these, and voila. So that will pretty much conclude my review on the Bellville tr102 Minimalist.